Janelle's coming onto the 3rd floor. Say something.
You made a mess.
Yeah, I cleaned up here. Well, I started organizing up here yesterday.
Yes, you did.
We started working on our books, and I'm sorting out the piles of books right here. And books are the hardest thing to get rid of because we like books so much. But we know we need to get rid of a few. We're not getting rid of too many, but we'll get rid of a few.
I'll keep these two.
I think the hard part is when you are a homeschooling family. There is a huge amount of education that happens just with books.
Yeah, as you can see, that's our educational book shelf.
Getting rid of books is not always sort of like when you decide to cut your budget. Cutting your budget in the Department of Food is not always the best idea. Because of health reasons. I mean, buying cheap, sugar-laden food is not going to help you in the long run with your benefit your health. You're better off spending a little bit of extra money on, whole foods and solid greens and produce, and then get rid of something else. Cut out something else in your budget. Books are sort of like that. Those are your sisters. Books are like that. It might not be worth cutting it out because that's a lot of educational information for kids, and the fact is we have a lot of kids that need to be homeschooled. But I'll look through here and I'll see what I can find. I may or may not find something to get rid of. Mom.
Now she's going through the gardening books. We have a whole bunch of gardening books, and it's nice to have gardening books. I don't know if we're going to keep them all, though. What are you thinking?
Looking at this hoop house.
Oh, yes. That's like ours.
What's that? You want to read about vegetable books? You think so? Say, I love food. I'd love to garden. Yes.
Hey, Lillian wants to help. I guess Lillian loves books too.
We can get rid of them.
Look, she's reading the emergency childbirth thing.
Well, that's handy to have, Lillian.
While we're cleaning, we found this card. It says it doesn't say TOG, it says to GG, which is great grandma. Merry Christmas. Love, Charity.
Alright, well, we found a little stack. There's a lot of school books and a lot of just good books here. There's a handful of books that were my grandmother's, and I can't get rid of those. I mean, again, she was the one that made me start this vlog, and she has so many. These books are the ones that she wrote notes on it, and so I want to go through them when I'm in a good spot to mentally go through them. I mean, even now it brings me tears thinking about her. But she was a wonderful and loving woman who, she didn't care if you were gay. She didn't care who you are, what color your skin was. She loved you. She loved you just like Jesus would. And that's what is reflected in these books. And I don't want to get rid of them yet because I feel like that's part of our family heritage. And she is my example for loving everybody. And this channel, I know I don't usually get emotional on you guys, but I love everyone. I don't care if you disagree with me, if your skin is a different color, if you have a different sexual orientation, whatever it is. You know what? I love everyone for who they are because my grandmother showed us as kids how to love everyone. So a lot of those books are hers. I'm not going to get rid of them, and that's that. So we are gonna we're heading off to a prayer service tonight. I don't think I'm gonna come back up here. I've had enough memories. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye.
We're back, and Janelle's working on some stuff downstairs, and I'm upstairs. I'll probably work for about a half an hour up here, see what I can get done. First order of business is to put the books back on the shelves. I worked for a little over a half hour, and I guess I'm done for the night. I was hoping to be able to show you a really nice, neat, organized bookshelf and continue on and do other parts of the room, but it didn't happen. I got some stuff done, but I'm going through this stuff and it's hard to go through. So I was looking around trying to figure out what to do. Sometimes you just need to take a little time to come up with a plan, and I did come up with a plan, and I will probably implement that tomorrow. Even though I might not have gotten a lot done that you can see, I still got a lot done in my head, which is good. In case if you're wondering about Janelle's grandma, she died about 4 years ago, and that was Janelle's favorite person in the whole world, I think, and she absolutely loved her. And when she died, Janelle, I wouldn't say she went into depression, but it was pretty close to depression. So Janelle originally started this vlog maybe 3.5 years ago, and it was just to get her mind off of feeling bad about her grandma, and that's what started it all. We never knew where our vlog was going to go, and here we are now, 3.5 years later. Another thing about Janelle's grandma that you probably didn't know, she lived with us for 3 months when she broke both legs. I think that was about maybe 10 or 11 years ago. And we just had John and Charity at the time, and they absolutely loved having great-grandma live in our house. So they would run downstairs each morning and see great-grandma, and that was a real highlight. And we felt bad when she moved out, because we loved having her here, but she got better. Then 3 months later, after she got better, she moved into a senior apartment. It wasn't a nursing home or anything, it was just a senior apartment. And she lived there for, several years. And then she started to go downhill. I don't know exactly what she had. It was like Lou Gehrig's disease or something like that. We're not even sure what it was. But she started going downhill, and we offered to have her move in with us again, but she did not want to. She didn't say so, but I think it was because she didn't want to be a burden on us, although we would have been more than happy to have her live with us. But then she went downhill rather rapidly after that and died shortly thereafter. So I hope you enjoyed that story of Janelle's grandma. I don't know why I told you all that, but I hope you enjoyed the story, and it just gives you a little idea of how the vlog started and why Janelle loved her so much. And also what Janelle said about loving everybody. Janelle's grandma absolutely loved everybody, and if she disagreed with you, she'd tell you, I disagree with you, but I still love you anyway, and give them a big hug. This may sound kind of funny, but it is true that whenever we are tempted to not love someone for any reason, we'll just think of grandma and we'll love the person anyway. I had forgotten about this, but Janelle just reminded me that we have a video of Janelle's grandma. We'll put a link to it in the description below, but when Janelle's grandma knew she was dying, she wanted to say something at her funeral, and they actually played this at her funeral. And it's just a story of her testimony and how she became a Christian. So if you would like to watch that, feel free to do so.